The presenter, who rose to fame thanks to Channel 4's Countdown, explained exactly why she was qualified to be a BBC Radio Wales host, which may come as shock to fans. The 57-year-old said she grew up in Preston after her parents split up when she was just 2 weeks old. Carol Vorderman was the youngest of 3 children and quipped that it was her troublesome ways that sparked her parents' separation. Opening her first show, the television star started, "You might think, what's that bird who used to do Countdown and does numbers and things, doing on Radio Wales? What's she got to do with Wales?" The mother of 2 continued, "I often get accused of this when I'm tweeting about the Welsh rugby team. And they say, what have you got to do with Wales?" Making everything clear, Carol stated, "I am Welsh. I grew up in Wales." So my mum, Jean Davis, was a Welsh speaker and grew up in Preston. She met, just after the war, a Dutch man called Mr. Vorderman, and they went, she was just 17 and it was post-war, and got married in Holland. The small-screen favorite said her mum, who tragically died in June last year, spent a year there and learnt the language. "She was quite clever, my mum," Carol went on. "Anyway, they got married and had 2 children, then there was a big gap and they had me. Now I must have been a troublesome child." They lived in Bedford at the time. Carol then added, "And my mum came back to Preston because 2 weeks after I was born they separated." She has previously spoken about her upbringing and said she only met her dad again when she was 40 years old. "So I grew up, from when I was 2 weeks old, in Preston." The famous face told the Daily Mail back in 2011 that he never wanted to see me, unlike her older brother and sister. "I'd be left at home with mum while he went out with him," Carol revealed. "He even refused to give mum and me, a toddler, a lift home in the rain when he drove past one day with my brother and sister in his car. Then mum married a loud Italian builder when I was 10. Meanwhile, during the same broadcast, Carol dropped a bombshell about a former chicken farmer boyfriend. "He was dad as far as I was concerned. I adored him." She took part in a discussion about Elvis, and said she could still remember the day he died. The star was at a former beau's, a Welsh chicken farmer, house where his parents were having a party. "The news came on the radio, and it just slayed us really. He was just so young, and it was just such a loss," she said. Sunday Morning with Carol Vorderman continues this weekend at 9:30 am on BBC Radio Wales.